Today we will study what is permanent and what is temporary magnet. Permanent magnet is the one, first, how do we make the magnet? One example of making the magnet is, we make a solenoid. In this we can pass current, and when the current is flowing through it, there is a strong magnetizing field developed here, H. Now I place an iron piece here which is ferromagnetic, and all the domains in this will go to this direction and remain like this way, and this thing converts into magnet. So in magnet, what do we want? In magnet, these domains should be like this, and this is north, this is south. These are magnetic field lines. Okay. Now, when the domains leave their structural shape, closed cycle shape, and become straight, this will become a magnet. It will retain its magnetism till it is there, and it will lose its magnetic powers. It will not remain a magnet if they again become cycles like this. Okay. Now it is no more a magnet. When this happens, on this we apply H, it becomes like this. We remove H, it becomes like this. This is no magnet, and this is magnet. Okay, now suppose I apply H on this, this becomes this magnet, and now I withdraw H. If I withdraw this H, what remains here? Answer is, it may be remain like this, and other option is it may become again like this, and it has lost its magnetism after removal. Of H. Now the magnet or the material, the ferromagnetic material, after removal of H, it remain like this, then I will call it is a permanent magnet, because I have removed this solenoid, I have removed H, and it has remained a magnet. It is a permanent magnet. Where do we see such permanent magnet? Answer, if we make the magnet with help of steel or chrome, for which it is very difficult to rotate the domains, because the particles are rigidly attached to each other and it is not possible to move them. Then after we have removed H, this remain like this. When we come to this diagram, the retention, this is retention. H has been removed, and this is magnetic field which retained here. If I say that I have a diagram and this is retention, see, almost maximum value, and this is retention. A very large value is retained. This is permanent magnet. Okay, then what is temporary magnet? Temporary magnet is the one for which this retention is very small. Say like this. Here, when H becomes 0, only this much magnetism is there, which is almost 0. This is a temporary. When H is removed, the magnetic field or B inside the ferromagnetic material is also removed. Then it becomes like this, and this is a temporary magnet. So this is the difference with respect to hysteresis curve. Same thing goes if B is less, H is supposed to be less. If B is high, H will have to be high. If we want to break down this structure, we have to apply H in the opposite direction, and that H has to be very strong. Here we do not have to apply. You apply a little H in this direction, you will get B in this direction. You remove the H, again it will come to almost 0. So in this way, if this height is very less, then this is temporary, small. Here this was very large compared to maximum value. Here it is very small compared to maximum value. This is temporary and this is permanent. This is the difference. And for this, the material we use is steel. For this, we use the material as soft iron. Soft iron. And this is steel or chromium steel. So whatever the magnets you are seeing in the market, those are permanent magnets. Okay, that is our use of the permanent magnet is we can use it without electricity, without any current. It gives the magnetic field and we can use it for all the purposes of magnet, and all these are permanent magnets because without current they are giving us the magnetism. Then what is the use and benefit of soft iron? That is, what is the use of temporary magnets? Answer: the temporary magnets are more and more useful, more than permanent sometimes. How? I tell you the examples we use in machinery, that we have this rod, a circular rod, and here there is a coil like a solenoid, and this can carry current. Here I have a plunger, I have a contact, and this contact, this can go up and come down because this is an iron piece, this way. Here is a contact. This is contact for what? This is contact for a electrical circuit. Okay. Now in this circuit, see, this is load, this may be a bulb, this may be a motor, this may be anything. Here is the brake switch. If we bring them in contact, then the circuit will start and the machine will start operating. How do we bring it into the contact? If I flow current here, if I flow current here in this, if I start current here, then this will become a magnet. This will become a magnet and it will attract it. The moment it attracts it, it goes up in this situation. And when it goes up in this situation, they strike each other, the switch is on, and this bulb or this motor or this machine start working. Now I switch it off from here. When I switch it off from here, there is no current here. This is not a magnet now. If this is not a magnet now, because of its weight, it comes down. And when it comes down, it is not in contact, this motor stops. So this is my switch to start this motor and to stop this motor. What is the benefit of this? Okay, you will come to, when machines and controls you are studying, this is known as relay circuit. And relay circuit, it is a very small circuit operating on 2-volt battery like our remote. This is a power circuit. This motor is 175 horsepower motor which runs the plant, and it takes so much heavy current that current switch I would not like to operate. There is a danger of sparks and other things. So I make this device. In this device, when I switch on this small circuit, this becomes a magnet, push it up, and this is also pushed up. The circuit is on, and when the circuit is on, the motor and the complete plant start. This is a relay device. Now in this relay device, what is the point I am going to emphasize? When I switch off it, we expect that it should fall down. If this has become a magnet while making it in contact and it becomes a permanent magnet, then this will not drop it. If it will not drop it, you cannot switch it off. It must drop. Why it will drop? Because this magnetism should vanish as soon as we stop the current. And that will happen only if it is a temporary magnet. That is why to remain temporary is very, very important for it. Another example, in a crane we have to lift very large iron sheets, 5-ton sheet we have to lift. Okay, how do we do that? Here is a sheet, and with this sheet we have the ropes, and we want to lift it. How do we do it? We bring a crane, and at the end of the crane, where this is to be in binding with this, we have a magnet here. This magnet is a temporary magnet. Okay, this is a temporary magnet. We bring it close to the sheets. We bring it close to the sheets here, let us say here, and start current in this. When we start current in this, what will happen? This will become a magnet. If this becomes a magnet, it will attract the iron sheet. The current is made so large that the magnetic field created, current is made so large, the magnetic field is very large, and because of that, this iron piece become a magnet of a very good capacity, of a large strength, and it attracts them sheet. Now this crane lift it up. Crane will lift it up like this. Iron piece, I take my crane, make it magnet. The moment I make it magnet, it goes like this, and it is held up by the magnet. Now I lift the crane, move the crane to the godown, and when I reach godown at the desired place, then I stop this current. If I stop this current, what should happen? When I stop this current, this magnetism should vanish. The moment this magnetism vanish, then this force will vanish and this will fall down to the desired place. Now suppose this has become a permanent magnet. When I give the current, it will hold it, and when I reach the godown, I want to drop it. It is not dropping. Now what do I do with this? I have to bring another one stack here, another one stack here, and it is not leaving this. So what I need a temporary magnet. This is importance of temporary magnet, that in temporary magnet you can demagnetize it. So the same thing we need in our buzzer. You have seen the buzzer, magnetization, demagnetization, and it makes a noise. So that is the importance of soft iron core. So here also, if you want to decrease the losses, how you can decrease? We can decrease the losses by reducing this area, and when we reduce this area, this will become less, this will become less, thin, this will become thin, this will become thin. So retention will be less, coercion will be less, this will be, losses will be less, but when retention is less and coercion is less, we call it a temporary magnet. So, in which magnet the losses are less? Temporary or soft iron magnets, the losses of this hysteresis are always less. So, that is temporary magnet, this permanent magnet. These are the comparative study of the two.